Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back. In today's video, we're continuing on with our journey in Slay the Spire 2. We will be playing this time as the new character, the Necrobinder. We unlocked this character in our last session. We've gone through now and played the Ironclad, the Silent, the Regent, and the Necrobinder is going to be the fourth character. It looks like there might be one more after this, so interested to see where that goes. But I have to say, I've been really impressed with how different each of the characters has felt. So, looking forward to seeing how the game plays with this character. So, let's dive in and see how this goes. So, we've got our first little bit here where we get to pick a boost or a bonus for our game. Every 3 normal combats, upgrade a random card in your deck. That could be interesting. Whenever you rest at a rest site, raise your max HP by 5. That seems really good. Gain 2 random relics and add 1 curse to your deck. Interesting. I like relics can be really good, but I like the idea of my HP going up by 5. I mean, I guess there's like what, it's like 1 or 2 rest sites per act. Um, let's try this. Let's go with these relics and see what we get. So we've got Precise Scissors. Upon pickup, remove 1 card from your deck. That's interesting. I know it's kind of early for that. Maybe we'll get rid of one of these damage cards initially. Not sure if I love that. Let's see this one here. Upon pickup, gain 1 potion slot and procure 2 random potions. Okay, that one's pretty good. And that's our curse, which I would have liked to get rid of, but okay, so 2 potions. Those aren't bad potions to get. Don't love that didn't work out quite as well as I had hoped. But let's see where things go. Yeah, so this is the direction for this particular character. We've got this summon here. And this is our curse, which is pesky. We're going to take a bit of damage, so let's block a couple, and then we'll do strike there, so 6 damage. So no damage taken. Interesting. We can raise our summons HP, which could be a good thing. Let's try that. Like to attack that one, but I kind of feel like I guess I need to Need to get rid of that one. And then 11 damage coming our way, so we can block a bit of that. So we are going to take some damage, but actually, so I see our summoned character absorbs all unblocked attack damage. So our shield or block took care of some of the damage, and then the rest was taken care of by Osti. So that is pretty cool. I like that. If we defend a bit, they are going to do 14 damage, which would currently kill our summoned guy. So let's give them some more HP. That worked out okay. They are now going to send some stuff to us to make life difficult. So we're dropping their health down. Let's see what we get here. We can get rid of that middle one, and then he's only doing 3 damage. We've added 5 blocks, so I think we're in a good spot. We can just get that there, and then the battle is done. So it's not bad. I think there's some interesting mechanics that are going to develop here. Interesting energy manipulation there. We've got the ability to add more health to our summoned character. Deal 10 damage, upgrade 2 random cards in your discard pile. That seems cool. I think generally we want to be coming up with ways to make our summoned character stronger, but that card seemed really useful. So we've got 12 damage coming our way. So we need to mitigate. So that should keep everybody alive. Then if we go do this, that's 10 damage, and then it upgraded a couple of our cards, which will be super useful. We're going to add some block so that we keep both myself and the summoned character alive, and then let's do some damage. I like this. I like the direction this is heading. I feel like this could become super powerful. Let's do bodyguard and a defend, because then I'm going to do this, which will upgrade 2 cards in our discard pile, which should be those 2 that we just had there. Very nice. Getting stronger and stronger. 20 damage. Only 3 health left. We can take care of that. This could get pretty powerful, I feel. That is interesting. A very interesting card. Enemy loses 3. Interesting. I kind of feel like we want this Deathbringer. I think that could be pretty strong. So we can either, so from this jungle maze adventure, we can either gain gold and lose health or gain less gold. Let's gain more gold. Because I really want more relics. Hoping we will get to a merchant sooner rather than later. So we can obtain the sword, transforms into a powerful relic after defeating 5 elites, or we gain gold. Lose 7 HP. Let's do this because I feel like the relics are going to be useful. I don't like having to keep losing so much HP, but I'm not sure. That's a lot of elites to beat. We'll see, I guess, whether we can make that pay off. So it's 4 damage coming our way. We don't have any way to mitigate that. But upgraded our cards. We are going to take damage, and then I assume he's going to, yeah, just get destroyed. Oh, he comes back. Okay. I did not expect that he would come back right away. Now, the question is, can we get the enemy below 21, or at least to 21 health? And the answer is going to be yes. Yes, we can. Nicely done. At the start of your turn, gain energy and draw 1 additional card. So that is cool. I like the additional energy. A free attack, though. I think that's pretty useful. Let's go this way, and we should rest. Not quite back to full health, but it puts us on a good path. Now we've got an elite, and then we've got the merchant afterwards, so that'll be cool. We just need to survive this. I think we'll hold on to that potion for now. I think that will be useful. If we attack, didn't really need to do that, but I think it doesn't hurt anything. Now they're gonna do 4 attacks of 4 damage. So that's 16 damage. That's a lot. If we do, let's give some extra hit points. Let's block. It's 12, so we are going to, it'd be nice if we had one more block card to play, but we don't. Let's do this, Unleash. So we took a little bit of damage. They're going to do some more stuff to disrupt our hand. This Deathbringer is probably a good thing to get out there. We can do this one. That's a free attack. That is super useful. And then we can deal another 10 damage. So we're close to getting them to 21. So they're going to do 16. So close to 21, but they're not going to be quite there. More damage, but can we? Yeah, more damage. That's unfortunate, but that took them down. Oh, okay, and then they split into more little characters. That worked out okay. We blocked that damage, but now we've got a lot of little characters here. Ugh, all these infection cards. Pesky. We can do the poke to get rid of that first guy there. Add some block. We are going to take damage. We just need to stay. Oh, this is going to be to all enemies. That's huge. Because that should get rid of all of them. So we can just, we'll survive, I think, the damage. And then they should all be dead. That is a really powerful card. So we can take the gold. Gambler's Brew. Interesting. Gremlin Horn. Whenever an enemy dies, gain an energy and draw one card. Oh, that's that's a really powerful relic. I'm really happy with that. So now cards to choose from. We can deal 7 damage, apply 1 vulnerable. That would be good. Grave Blast, deal 4 damage, put a card from your discard pile into your hand. And you exhaust it. So that's good, but not amazing. It says only, or the Osti, our summoned creature, deals 12 damage. This card costs 0 energy if Osti has attacked this turn. That seems huge because we've already got one where we can attack for free with the summoned character. So let's try this one and see if we can make that work. Our health is low. but we can rest again up there. I'm going to go to the merchant because we've been picking up lots of gold, and ideally maybe there'll be some interesting relics. Whenever you have no cards in hand during your turn, draw a card. Start each combat with 1 dexterity, improves block gained from cards, and upon pickup, obtain an additional copy of a card in your deck. That could be useful. I like the idea of this one as well. What do we have in terms of cards here? At the start of your turn, play the top card of your draw pile. That could be pretty powerful. Add 1 random colorless card into your hand. First attack each turn deals 50% additional damage. Gain 6 block. If you apply Doom this turn, gain block 2 additional times. Interesting, that could be useful. 6 block, 1 weak. Your summoned character deals 3 damage. If this is the first time this card has been played this turn, draw 1 card. That's really useful. If your summoned character is alive, he deals 9 damage to all enemies and you gain 9 block. And then he dies. Interesting, because he should come right back then. So what are we looking at here for, what were these ones down here? 5 strength. Skill, that could be useful. I don't think any of those potions are really worth it. If we look at those relics, that'd be like 2, 350, 363. Just leave us about 90. We could get this one at least. So that's an extra, so 1 dexterity, so that'll improve our block, and that's the additional copy of a card. Okay, let's do this then. Let's get this one. Then let's see what card we're going to duplicate. The upgrade is good. This could be really good if we manage to play one of the other cards. I could see this being useful as well. Another Deathbringer could be huge. I mean, it's expensive. Or we could just do the free. Let's take the free attack. I feel like that's going to be useful, and then let's do that one as well. So that should be interesting. Let's go this way. What are we going to get here? For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 HP whenever you enter a rest site. That's cool. I like that. So we've got 16 cards at the moment. That means 9 HP, so we should go up to 34 when we enter this rest site. Up to 34, and then if we actually rest, we'll get another 19. Not bad. I think that is going to be very useful. Then we've got an unknown. So we have a battle, 15 damage coming our way. I think we can actually, yes, because of we're now getting 6 block from our defend cards because of our +1 dexterity. So that is going to be huge. And then we can give an extra 5 HP to our summoned hand. So that helps. We got a lot of damage coming our way. But if we, let's see, we can poke, so that's 6, 12, 15 damage. And this one does 12 on its own. So 12 and 6 would be 18. So we can take care of that first character. If we go like that, then this becomes free. So now we've only got 13 damage coming our way, and we managed to get a good way through there. Now if we should do some damage to this one over here. And then we're up to 4 energy. That's huge. It's because we've got the other one, right? Whenever an enemy dies, gain an energy and draw 1 card. That is massive. 10 damage. That would be 16 for 2. We might as well play this, because this will make sure that we're going to win at the end of this turn, assuming we get everybody in the right amount of health. That's okay, that's eliminated their damage as well, and they're only going to do 3, so everybody's going to stay alive, which is big. Oh, and then we get to defend. So we end, and then that should be the end of the fight, because we're block them, and then they die. Very cool. I'm really happy with how this is all starting to shape up. This seems like a cool character. So we got this one here, deal 8 damage, apply doom equal to damage dealt. Apply 10 doom plus an additional 5 doom for every 10 doom already on this enemy. Gain 8 block, add a soul into your draw pile. I mean, that's useful. Kind of feel like this no escape one, though, might be more worthwhile. Because I feel like we're heading towards a place where Doom could be pretty powerful. Maybe we can take this one strength and 1 dexterity. Then we can. Do you think we can get the 27 health character down to nothing? Or, let's see, that's 6. That'd be 13. 25. It's not quite. I mean, we can do this to start because that doesn't cost anything. And then we can do this one. It ends up being not super cost effective, but that one is down. We do get a good amount of block. It's not going to be enough to save Osti though, but he should be resummoned right back. Upgrades cards. Basically defend enough for ourselves to not take any damage on our character at least. So we get an extra card, which is useful. Add some extra HP to Osti. Need to rack up some damage. It's not as useful as it could be, but it may end up being positive for getting that character or that enemy to die. I like these zero cost attacks. And then the character's down. So we are cruising along at the moment. First attack each turn deals 50% additional damage. We've got one of these drain powers already. It's a useful card. The Scythe. Deal 13 damage, permanently increase this card's damage by 4. It does get exhausted then. You can't use it again until the next combat, but that could be pretty huge. I like the idea of that. Let's see if we can make that work. Not sure if it will come together the way we want, but let's see if there's anything new at the merchant here. We don't have a ton of gold, which is unfortunate. Got another one of these fetch cards. Deal 10 damage. Vulnerable and weak are twice as effective against the enemy for the next 2 turns. That could be useful. This one is nice. Summon 4, gain 7 block. Deal 8 damage. Damage all other enemies equal to the damage dealt. That seems really useful. I think I like that one. Another strong attack for us. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. So we're up. So this enemy is going to do 6 times 2 for damage. If we do, let's do the free attack. And then this one should get us a card. So which one do we not want to do? Probably that first one. because we can do this, which is going to give us some block. That's upgraded some cards for this particular combat. I guess this is a better one than the strike. We are going to take some damage, but shouldn't be too bad. So we got 8 damage coming our way. We should be well positioned to take care of that. Let's take just a regular attack and see where that leaves us. It is very beneficial to keep your summoned character alive since their HP goes up by 1 every time. Like every turn, basically, they get 1 HP and 1 max HP. Our attacks are going to cost a bit more this turn. Let's try to mitigate some damage. That should be enough to make sure we don't take any damage. So we need to play this. This is just now, anytime we see this, it basically needs to get used because that way it keeps powering up. We are going to take damage though, which is unfortunate. Basically 10 damage, so that's going to take us down to 38 health. Don't love that, but that was enough to beat them. Pull aggro looks good. Yeah, maybe that's the way to go, the pull aggro. So now we are going to heal here. So we're up to 50 out of 66. And so the resting here will put us back to full health, which is huge, I think, heading into the boss. I really appreciate this eternal feather. I think that's massive how much that heals you anytime you go to a rest site without even resting. So we've got 7 damage coming our way. If we do this one, we should get a card. Can do another free attack. I think so this one's now going to do 17 because it's up 4 since this is the second time we've used it. So let's make that happen, and then let's do this so it'll upgrade 2 cards. We're going to take the 7 damage, but I mean, I guess we'll take 6 and Asti will take 1. Not ideal, but we'll make that work. So now it's 12 damage coming our way. We should do the free attack. So now, what is the best way around to do this? Probably this to get 8 block for ourselves, adds more HP there. 12 is coming our way, so this would take us up to 14. This would give him 10. We would 12, so 4. So that would take him to 6. This is probably the better way to go. Give Osti more HP so that he stays alive and keeps incrementing. So we've got the free attack. Now he's only losing 1. That's always pesky when they have that. 26 attack. That means Osti's going down. That means we're going to take 7 damage, so not ideal. And we've got some cards there that are going to make our deck a little awkward. That one's unfortunate because we don't have. We don't have another Osti attack card, but it's probably the better one to play just because of the sheer amount of damage. I guess it would have been better the other way around, but anyways, we will go there. And then they've gained strength. Not ideal. 9 damage coming our way. We do that. We can mitigate. $16 damage. Let's do the freebies. So this would be 6, so that'd be 12. And then this one would put him up to 11. So he'll be down to 7. So I think this is the way that we need to go because we want to try to. I really feel like we need to keep Osti alive because he gets stronger the higher his health is. We can start doing some more damage on some of these attacks. This is rough though, 28 damage. I don't. Now, what are we going to do here? I mean, we want to do that. What have we got up here? Do we have anything up here? This improves our block, so we should take that. Let's get a free attack. What does this one do? Retained cards are not discarded at the end of the turn. Deal 27 damage. That's huge, but I don't think that's not the ideal setup for our hand. If we choose, none of these are actually amazing. None of these are, yeah, not amazing. Maybe we'll keep this one around. I mean, just the fact that it's 27 damage for 0, that's just huge anyways. I think we need to play that regardless. So this would give 10 doom. plus another 10 would be 20, so that'd be 41. Is it better to do that, or is it better to gain 11 block so we take 10 damage? But 8 of that would go to Osti. I feel like we need to do this. I feel like we need to keep ourselves. We need to try to stretch the game, so to speak. Poke. He's not attacking, so this gives us the opportunity to do another 27, which is huge. 63. If we can get the Doom game to work here, that puts us in a big spot, or a good spot. This is going to draw a card. Those are just annoying. We don't have any way to mitigate the damage here, which is unfortunate. So that means we're going to take 9, so we'll be down to 42. They're doing 20 damage this time. Can we get them to 21? So that's basically the game we're playing now. We got to get them just down to 21, which I think we can actually do. So we're going to take damage, but then we should just win. Very nice. That worked out well. 100 gold, lucky tonic, gain 1 buffer. Prevent the next time you would lose HP. And then we get to add a special card. Apply 29 doom to all enemies. Kill enemies with at least as much doom as HP. We're not playing the soul game at the moment, so I don't think that one helps us. Damage equal to the enemy's doom. I think this end of days one is actually, it's a pricey card, but I think it's going to be super powerful. On to Act 2. Enchant all strikes in your deck with this Ember. Costs 0, deals 3 additional damage, and gains Eternal. Means it cannot be removed or transformed. Remove 4 cards from your deck. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, add a soot into your draw pile. Gain energy at the start of each turn. Extinguishes after 5 combats. Can be kindled at rest sites. What is kindled? I mean, this is kind of good, but I'm tempted to just do this one. After 5 combats. Maybe let's try going this way. That gives us the most flexibility with our deck. I feel like we don't end up with any weird things that we can't manipulate or do stuff with. I guess if we go up this side, we get the opportunity to have a couple of merchants. We're gonna have to face more elites. think that's the way to go, though. I'd really like to have more merchants because I want to try to get us to have another relic or two, but maybe I'll head up this side here first and then head over. See if we can get anything interesting at the question mark. We got the 0 cost attack, can defend. Strike there, so we're going to take damage, but no way around it really. This will deal 21. We definitely want that because we want to keep making that card more powerful. We can I think we just want to attack. So they're going to add some block. Ooh, a lot of block. And they're going to attack us. Wonder if this would. Let's deal some damage that way. And then we can use flatten for nothing. We should try this end of days because, yeah, it's just gonna. I think that card is going to be super useful as well. Another potion. Whenever you apply a debuff to an enemy, they take 13 damage. Deal 11 damage, add a soul plus to your draw pile. Whenever you play a soul, a random enemy loses 8 HP. Let's go with this slight one because I feel like that's the only one that's semi-appropriate to what we're doing in our deck. The soul route is interesting, but we're just not set up for that. That'll be something we can try in a different run. Amalgamator. Remove 2 strikes. Add Ultimate Strike to your deck. Ultimate Strike deals 14 damage. Remove 2 defends, add an Ultimate Defend, which is 11 block. I think the damage seems more useful. I think that is cool. We'll see what that does for us. So we've got 11 damage coming our way. If we do this 0 attack, which will do damage to everybody, which is huge. We can, this is going to be 8 block. I think that is going to be a big bonus. And then let's do that. And then we'll just be, oh, I guess we can do this too. Add some doom back there. That should keep us from taking any more damage. Uh, 29 doom just takes care of everybody. So I'm all on board with that. Gain an energy. Let's do the pull aggro. I feel like getting more HP for Osti and more block is probably a good thing. Let's go to the merchant. We don't have a ton of gold, but Let's see, no relics, but are there any interesting cards? This one is interesting. This one is cool, especially if we've got other attack ones, which we do. Gain 6 block, apply 1 weak. So you have to play that, otherwise you lose it. Not doing souls. That's interesting. When you play the higher cost cards, you get block automatically, which would be cool. That's nice, but so I kind of feel like this is a definite. Let's get that. I don't know if that's useful or not. This could be really good. Let's try going with that. I think those are the only two we'll get. Would be nice to get more gold for the next time that we head to the merchant. Got a ways to go before that's going to be a thing, though. $135 health on this enemy. They're going to do 9 damage. Let's do that attack from Osti, which means this attack becomes free. But it blocks. If we do this, gives us some well-earned block. And if we do one more, yeah, we're definitely taking no damage. That gives them 21 doom, and they're even weaker, so we shouldn't take any damage. Do that just to give Osti more health. If we go, yeah, we'll do the drain, so we upgrade a couple cards, do some extra damage. Their health is coming down slowly, but they've got block, which is always annoying. They're doing 19 damage, so we need to pull aggro for sure. And bodyguard. Do some damage. We get a card. So we've got 6. That means 13 is coming to him. He'll stay alive for that. I think we're better off attacking. Didn't do a lot because of the block, but we're in an okay spot. Block, so that's 6. So we're taking 8 damage at the moment. We really need to play this one out, because that's just going to keep getting more and more powerful. This one is a freebie. And that, so they're down to 69. So we are going to take some damage this time, which is unfortunate. But we are set up to keep the pressure on They don't have any attack coming our way, so we don't really need to block. We can just do maximum damage. So they've got, oh yes, we got them below the doom threshold, so that worked out super well. Another potion. We'll have to make sure we use our potions in the next fight here. Can do this one. Keep pushing on the doom. So it's all about the summon and the doom. Let's go this way and heal. And we should be able to. Oh, that's cool. So we can, our extra energy thing that we had there, we can add to that. So it's for 7 more combats. I like that. I think that was a wise and useful choice. So we've got an elite enemy here. This is a awful looking millipede. So we got 10, 16, 24 damage coming at us. We are not going to be able to 10, 16, 24. So yeah, there's no way that this is going to be useful because the Asti is going to get destroyed. Let's do that, and then let's do that. So we upgrade some cards. Oh, and that actually, yes, that lets us do this as well. So that was effective. We are going to take a bunch of damage though, which I don't like. Yeah, down to 49. Not great. So we've got 14, 22, 28 damage coming. So weak is going to help that. Let's do this. So we damage and we get a card for free. More damage. More weak. Let's get rid of that first one. So got an energy back, so we can defend. And we can attack. So we're going to take a bit of, we're only going to take 1 damage, I think, which actually will go to Asti, so we don't take anything additional. So that works out. This one's going to do 29 damage. $24. So we're going to take 17 damage. That's brutal. So they've got 16. We can 25. Can we do 25 damage? That's 7. That's 21. That'd be 33. I think it's probably worth it if we go there, there, there. So that gives us a card and an energy, so we can go like that. And we can gain 6 blocks, so we're going to take 3 damage. The trouble is that these guys keep coming back, which is awkward. awkward to say the least. That was good. We've got 3 left. 19. If we actually get this one underneath 21, that would be big. We are going to, no, I guess we'll just lose Asti again. Can we? Can we do enough here? This is definitely turning into an awkward fight. Okay, what can we do? Let's gain 2 strength. A free skill. Let's do that. So dredge, put 3 cards from your discard pile into your hand. Summon 3, exhaust 1 from your draw pile. Summon 4, gain 7 block. Let's do that because that'll be free, which is good. Now let's deal damage. And then let's finish this with the end of days. That was a difficult fight, but we managed. So this is a dexterity potion. First hand you draw each combat is upgraded. That's an awesome relic. I will take that. Deal 17 damage. Or another free one that deals 6. I think we want I think when we get an opportunity at big damage, that's just something that we can't pass up. Which is the better way to go? Maybe we will go this way. I kind of thought I was going to go for the merchant, but I feel like we need more gold anyways. And look at that. We gain 25% additional gold. That's huge. We're going to go up here, which will help us heal. That's almost back to full health. Not quite. But the next rest stop there will get us all the way there. Right, we need to use that. So we always use and upgrade that one. It's nice that they all upgraded. That made them all super powerful. The unfortunate thing, we are going to take some damage. It's not ideal. But, oh, I guess we could have played that. Never mind. That was unfortunate. That was a bad mistake on my part, but we can sort that out. We're still in a really good spot here. Make sure that on the next time here we read everything really carefully. rid of one of those so that we don't take damage from both. That worked out okay, so we should be able to now finish him off. Doom will finish him off. And turn, block the damage, and they're gone. So that worked out. So we get the gold, we get a power potion and random card. That's bizarre. 52 damage, but it's 4 energy. That is rough. Let's take the poke plus. I think the free attacks are super useful. So we're full health now. We can kindle to add more charges to the extra energy at the start of combat. So now, what have we got? We got a spiny toad. Okay, we got to do this. That is getting super powerful. We got some doom on there, which will be really big. Thorns is unfortunate. 5 damage back. So if we pull aggro, do our free attack, and then let's do the pull aggro again. We are going to take a couple damage. It's not ideal. Can we just finish him off? No, not quite. What do we got up here? So if we were to let's send that back. Does that give us enough? It does. So that worked out. So we did lose a couple health there, but nothing too bad. Misery deals 7 damage. Apply any debuffs on the enemy to all other enemies. That could be useful. Deal 6 damage. Put a card from your discard pile into your hand. That could be useful as well. Summon 5, gain 9 block. I'm going to go with this Grave Blast because we've got enough freebies now that I think we could start to see that be quite useful. This is going to summon monsters. So if we do the Scythe, this is now dealing 43. And then we can do this Flatten, which then makes this Flatten free. So more than half the health down. And this is going to, we've got a whole bunch of things now that are going to spawn, but we do gonna get some block. That takes the damage down to 12. Then I think I'm gonna do this one, because that'll get rid of all the little guys, which actually then gets us a bunch of free attacks, which maybe, oh, and a bunch of energy too, so we should just be able to run this right out. So the Doom is going to take care of them. Just can we make sure we don't take any damage? And I think we can. So that should put us in a good spot. That should just end the fight. Really strong. And then do we want the flatten or do we want the defy? Let's take the flatten, because I think that will, since they all become free, so I think we should upgrade a card. What does this one do? So that'd be 37. That would be pretty big. 9 block. 11 damage. Oh, it increases the card's damage by 5. That's pretty big. Let's do that one. That card is becoming super powerful. Okay, we've had this boss before. So we're gonna add, let's do the power. First attack each turn deals 50% additional damage. Well, that would be interesting. That would probably be the one to do. Let's do the Reaper. And then do the free attack, which makes this a free attack. We can then they've already got 25. We can add another 37. That seems worthwhile. And then if we do this, deal 6 damage, put a card from your discard pile into your hand. You can take this one back and just do more damage, which adds more Doom. So the Doom is up to 84. So they're going to do 16 attack. So we can do the free one to start. Let's do the pull aggro. That takes us up to 14. So we are going to take damage, which is unfortunate. Doom is up to 107. I guess we'll play that. So we're going to take a couple damage. Couple damage. Not ideal, but not horrible either. 28. So now it's going to start getting a little more painful. I think I want to play this. We'll see if Doom counts as a thing. So that gives us 13, so we're going to take 15 damage. Not great, but let's do this, which that is good. That made them take some extra damage there. Do that. Is this, so if we do this, so there should be 10 damage, but if the Doom is applying, then it should be 23. So it would take them down, basically take them down below, be like 190, like 188. But they are on weak as well. Is this one? This is deal 17. Let's do, yeah, it is doing the 13 as well. So that is awesome. Makes this even better. So just one more turn and we should be have them taken care of. If we do that, that makes this attack free. So they're down to 108. So end of this turn, we've won. We just need to mitigate some of this damage. 14, so we should take 6 damage. We'll be down at 43. That is another boss defeated. This is working out quite well. There's another one of those end of days. Add replay to a card in your hand. It costs an extra energy. Gain 3 energy, draw 2 cards at the start of your turn, apply 3 doom to yourself. Interesting. I mean, theoretically, unless your health was going really low, that should be fine. But I kind of think this transfigure is going to be the way to go, because that'll let us get replay on a card. So we're on to Act 3. So this is going quite well. Gain an energy at the start of each turn. At the start of each combat, shuffle 3 dazed into your draw pile. Not ideal, but an extra energy could be really useful. Mark 7 random combats. Enemies in these rooms have 1 HP. Add 1 apotheosis to your deck. Upgrade all your cards. So you start with that in your hand at the beginning of every combat and it just upgrades everything. That is really cool. But I think I want to try this. I think we want energy. I think we are willing to roll the dice with that. So now I want to go to this merchant. So let's go over this way. Now if we, so we can do this poke here, which makes this one free. And then we can go and do this for free. So we get a card. Oh, and it's not a useful one. So we're going to take a bunch of damage, which is not ideal. Should have attacked one of the farther back ones, I guess, in an effort to get rid of a character that was going to Get rid of something that was going to do damage to us. Some doom. We defend. And defend. Then if we hit this one, I think everything will get taken out by doom. So that gets us through there. So we got another power potion. Add a card. Enemy loses 8 strength this turn. That is cool, but I like the idea of the I like the free attacks when these all stack up with each other. That's only one enemy. 8 strength is a lot, but it's also not, I feel, in some ways. This is really cool too. Summon 5, gain 9 block. Let's do the flatten. I feel like that's going to be the most useful. So what can we get from the merchant? Upon pickup, enchant up to 3 cards with a draught, A-D-R-O-I-T, a draught. Gain 3 block. It's interesting. Regular enemy combats are no longer encountered in the question mark rooms. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. That is what we want. This one, deal 3 damage at the start of your next turn. Return this to your hand. Add 1 random colorless card into your hand. Whenever you play a soul, summon 1, gain 5 block, apply 7 doom to all enemies. Yes, we will take that. Gain an energy, and then that's exhausted for the rest of that combat. That might be interesting. This looks useful. Deal 7 damage, hits an additional time for each other time he is attacked this turn. I like the idea of that as well. So that gives us a lot of interesting options. So we've got 21 damage coming our way. This is going to do 48. We might as well just, but it's, how did that get mitigated down? I don't think that made sense, did it? Well, if we do defend, that's 9. So we've got 15, 21. So another one will take us up to 18, 19. Let's do that right there. Okay, so that still put us where we needed to be. So we should not take any damage. So if we do poke and then we can do flatten. We can do the Omni Slice. Need to pull aggro to try to mitigate some of that damage. That puts us at 14. We're going to take some damage. Let's do the power potion. Let's do that one. I don't think it's going to hurt us for this time here. Did not do a lot for us. We still end up taking a couple damage. There we go. More gold. Add another card. That seems like an interesting one. I like the idea of that. Only question will be is whether we can actually get enough. Oh, that's interesting. We ended up back in here again. But we only have 14, so we can't really do anything. Not a super effective, not what I thought it was going to be anyways. If we go here, I think we're going to want to go towards that rest spot. So we should bring, we're going to take some damage. That's, I think, unavoidable. There's a lot of doom building up on that character. Okay, now we need to do some intense damage and protecting of ourselves here. Not the super useful way to play that around, but it got rid of the enemy, and now we should have enough block to protect ourselves. I've got 63 doom, so we really need to lean into that. If we do that, and then we need to pull back this end of days. If we play that, that should get rid of the one character. This guy's up to 100 now. We do need to, oh, we don't even need to defend ourselves. Let's add more doom. So they're going to summon a couple of characters. Somewhat pesky. Interesting. Which way around? Do we want to? I mean, we can do this and add it to that. And then we can do that up to there. So that removes that enemy. This one's going to deal 53. 53, so we have to play it, and I think we have to take him because that will make sure that his doom takes him out. So let's end there. So we're gonna have some, yeah. They all go when he goes, so that worked out. We are love this card, but I don't think it's as useful at this point. Let's add this one, another one of those. If we go this way, gives us basically full health again. We've got a battle coming up, or a rest spot coming up where we can recharge the pumpkin. So I feel like that was the right way around to go. At the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. I like that, I think. So we've got an elite one here. $25 damage already. Let's do the freebie damage first. And we'll deal 58 damage, and that'll go up by 5. That card is so powerful. It is bonkers. 10 block. Another 9 block. So that'll mitigate all the damage. So they're going to mess with our deck. Start the Doom. No, that didn't actually do any Doom. Add some more HP to Osti. Unplayable. At the end of your turn, if this is in your hand, take 2 damage. So we're going to take 8 damage. So we want Osti to attack as much as possible. So this one, next turn, we're going to have a lot more energy. That's good. So that means that this is going to attack 4 times. That's huge. So we are going to take damage, which is unfortunate. Wasn't much we could do about that, though. They're going to do 40 damage. So let's see. I think we can do that, but so we're going to do Defy. Because we're just working through there. Working through their block. So what do we want to bring back? We want let's bring that back because we can play that. And then let's use the Lucky Tonic. So we should not take damage. So that worked out. So they're down to 127. we do it to that one. And we add some more doom on there. It's not ideal. They still have 90. It's going to be a big reach. 87. $58. What is this one? Yeah, not useful for us at the moment. Our block takes care of everything though. So now they've got 15 block, and then we've got another crazy attack. $45. Don't like the looks of that. Ooh, can we do... Now, if we do that, that should be enough to finish them off. Huge, huge, huge. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with an additional 2 energy. That's an awesome relic. Oh, I like the sounds of that. That looks really good. Asti is becoming a big thing. I guess this way gets us another shop. So let's go this way. Rest site, we healed up. We wanted to kindle. Some more charges there. This run is going super well. We've got a really strong deck, I feel. If we... Oh, and everything is naturally just a cost of 1. So they are coming with some attacks. If we... Actually, if we go up here, if we do... So this will get us 9, which I think is useful. Then this will give us another 11. Ah, that's nice, which brought this back. Lets us deal another 6 there. Then we can hopefully, not quite, get rid of that one. Actually, yes, we will get rid of that one. So we are going to take some damage. But we got rid of the first enemy. Defy. If we pull the aggro, that'll bring that card back, which will let us do this one, so we can hit 7 3 times. super useful. They've got 10 block, and now they're going to be doing 17 attack. That's down to 7 because of our 1 ability. So we do our free one. That lets this be a free one. Some more health. If we deal this one, we can bring a card back. What can we bring back? If we bring back the aggro, that will let us block, but then it'll bring this back as well. So now we shouldn't, yeah, we should be in a good spot. We shouldn't take any damage. They're getting much weaker. 44. This one will just finish it off. That card is becoming mega powerful. Flex, gain 5 strength for 1 turn. Deal 11 damage to all enemies. Or 6 block and 1 weak. This one gets exhausted, so I feel like it's between these two. I'm going to go with Defy. So they're starting with 15 block, and they've got plating as well. They're doing 13 damage to us. So let's get this out there first, because we can come back with this, which then lets us hit with that again. Need to play this one out. Then we can strike. I think a decent path through that first turn. So they're doing 21 damage. So we need to defy. It's down to 15 damage. That gave us 3 extra health for Osti. Then this should let us get another 3. And we'll upgrade. So we shouldn't take any damage. So they've got 14 block, down to 11 because of the 3 that we do. Poke. More health to Osti. Defend. And then this one is free, so more damage. Down to 10 block. They're going to do 18 damage. Let's do this invoke. Let's poke. I guess we can play this on flatten. Let's do a bunch, but we're going to take 18 damage, which is not ideal. It's 8 onto us specifically. So 26 now. So their block is off. They're on the doom clock. Play that. It's probably useful. And that, oh, that gets us this back, which is definitely useful. Because that raises this up to 2 times. But if we do this one, it's 68 damage. That brings us back again. So another 6, which means this is going to run 3 times. Oh, 2 left. I guess we should have used our strength potion because now we're going to take 26 damage, but that ends them there. 12 gold. Add a card. Let's do the fetch. So we're gonna go this way because we want to go to the shop. Then we're gonna have to heal and the rest stop there. What is going to be the best? We can't really afford any of these. What's this one? At the start of each combat, heal 2 HP. That might be good, I guess. I mean, that's the vulnerable one is useful. This time's up could be good. Whenever you apply Doom, gain 2 block. That could be good. Damage equal to the enemy's Doom. I feel like that one, I feel like that's going to be useful. We'll see whether that ends up being the case. We're going to go here. We'll heal some from our 1 relic. Let's heal the rest because I think we want to be full health going into this final battle. This is as far as we've gone. We've never gotten past this point as far as I can remember. So let's see what can we do. 10 block, 1 weak. $17. That's an exhaust card. Now their artifact keeps blocking everything. I see what's going on. So this is not going to go well for us here. We're going to take a bunch of damage. Definitely need to get that into play. And then if we do this one, that worked out a little bit. In return, take 3 damage. That's not what we want to see. We defile. And then I feel like we need to defend just to try to give ourselves a chance. Yeah, this is not going in an ideal fashion. If we play that and we play it on the scythe, it's costs 3, but that's the massive amount of damage. And we defend. That was okay. 29 damage coming at us, though. We can survive till the next turn. That will be useful. Defend. 29, and we've only got 8, so we're going to take 21. We will last to the next turn, though. If we play Gravel Blast, we can bring a card back. Maybe Defy. That takes the damage down to 21, and we've got 18. We're going to have 12, I guess. So 28 damage coming our way. Full aggro. That was good. That gets us this one back. So we can work down their block. Apply 29 doom to all enemies. So we've got 16 and they're coming with 28. That'd be 22, so we would die. So we are going to need to... I mean, it's not going to do enough for us, but I guess we can do this. So close and yet so far. That worked out really well, though, overall. We played that much farther than we have with some of the in our previous games. Pretty happy with the progress we made there, and that is a super fun character to play. Super fun. So what did we unlock? Chapter 1, the calm, the reopening. Unlocked potions. Interesting. Next up, Chapter 1, the 12. Got more cards. Some more ways to apply doom. That is interesting. New relics. Interesting. Okay, so a new playable character, the Defect. Interesting. Some interesting stuff that we managed to unlock there. So that... Oh, and there's even an unlock all characters to play as a random character. I see. An automaton eternally modifying itself to survive deploys orb technology when it must fight. At the start of each combat, channel one lightning. Should be interesting. Pretty happy though with how our playthrough with the Necrobinder went. Really would like to get past that third act though, but I think next time we will try out the Defect as a character. And then I'm looking forward to kind of going back through some of these other characters and trying to drill a bit deeper, playing some of their strategies out a bit more aggressively. Some really cool different play styles that you get with each of these characters. So cool to see where it goes from here, but really enjoyed this playthrough with the Necrobinder. Now, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so, so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.